Well, my friends, yes, I have completely and totally busted out of hardcore WoW, and I'm unfortunately no longer in my guild, HC Elite. That's right, in a single week, I lost both my 37 days played main mage Jeffo, who I'd had at level 60 for more than 10 months, and my backup level 60 gold farming mage Jeffx. So I'm going to explain exactly how I died on both characters, and then what it means for the future of what I'm going to do in WoW and my little YouTube channel here. But first off, this was my main HC character Jeffo. I had done everything on this character except for Nax. I'd killed every raid boss up to and including Cthulhu, had lots of gear. So you can see that I had mission dares, I had the neck from Rag, I actually had AQ40 shoulders that weren't equipped for some reason, had the Hakar cloak, this guy had 8 of 8 T2, um, the AQ40 staff, good belt, good legs, AQ40 boots and ring, and of course Nelth's tier. So a lot of good stuff, completely deleted. I was pretty proud of the performances I put up in various raids. I was never the best mage player, but as far as parses and that kind of thing, some of these have gone down a bit as more raids have been recorded. But I had a lot of 90s and a few pretty high rank performances. So all gone now, probably the least exciting and maybe the stupidest death you're ever going to hear about. Here I was running out of Darnassus after getting DMT buffs. I was playing duo as I do very often. I had just cleared on one mage and was getting buffs on both. I was running toward the flight path here and I simply alt-tabbed away right here. And that was it. I was on auto run on Jeffo. I got distracted on my other mage. I was checking the map for Songflower timers. Plus, I got a Discord PM right at that time, and I just never tabbed back. He continued running on out into the water and drowned. And
The helmet isn't that expensive, and you can do like
Jeffo?
next to the
Jeffo?
If you know,
Holy shit.
dude,
You just
You did.
drowned.
Oh.
huh? You want auto run, won't you?
Sorry, man.
Oh no.
That's all right. It's happened to me too.
I'm so sorry.
That sucks, man.
God damn it! I'm sorry.
so that was it. And, you know, I know this is just a game, but it's still very hard for me to watch or listen to it now. It was incredibly stupid. It was like this gut punch that leaves you with this horrible feeling of regret and embarrassment and stupidity. And it's still with me today. It's been a couple of weeks since this happened. I had to take some time off of WoW. And you know, most say never duo in HC and never ever auto run, both of which I do very often and I have for many, many years. And something like this never happened, but finally it did catch up with me. And it's the best possible reminder to really stay vigilant with your hardcore characters and not lose focus like I did. And a great example of how unforgiving and like punishing this game mode can be. So that was mage number one. The second one was a little easier for me to swallow than the first one because, like, sadly, I roll mages named Jeffx as almost a throwaway mage that I absolutely expect to kill. I love to do silly stuff on mages. This was my dedicated gold farmer, and he was rolled especially for doing this risky stuff to farm gold, which is what I just enjoy doing in the game. I like to farm Zul'Farrak and Zul'Gurub and Maradon and Dire Maul a little bit and other places for gold. And I know it's risky, and I rolled it specifically to avoid risking my main that was dead there doing this crazy stuff. And I know they will have a short lifespan, and frankly, this is the third dead level 60 Jeffx that I've rolled on this server. And maybe there'll be more. But this one died simply by missing the bridge jump here in ZG. I fell off the side and I was moving forward toward the croc pack under me, and it just ticked right into them, and I got basically one shot before I could even Petri, and I died in the air falling from the bridge, just getting crocked in midair with them below me. So anyway, it's an unfortunate thing, and you usually say go again right away, and usually I would, but this one sort of made me think like this is a full reset for me, and I have to figure out sort of like what's next in terms of what I would play and where I would play, and normally be very easy. You just go again where you're already established. And, you know, I really enjoy raiding in the guild HC Elite, and especially in like sort of the sub raiding groups that I'm in regularly. But the unfortunate thing about this guild is, you know, it's aptly named, right? You can't fault the guild for being elitists when it's in the name, but this has happened to me before. Jeff A here was my very first Defias Pillager level 60 in the guild HC Elite. And when she died, it was my only 60 in the guild. I didn't know too many people at that time. And right away, I rolled another character that happened to be Jeffo that we just talked about. And I was told that you can't have a character in the guild unless you have a level 60. So I learned from one of the guild leaders at that time that I couldn't rejoin right away. They told me to reach back out when I hit 60 again. So that ended up taking me a while because I stopped and played SOD for a while. And by the time I got back and got got Jeffo to level 60, I was told I actually had to reapply. And there was a whole nother interview process for me to get back into the guild on Jeffo, even though I was already a member. And if I'm being honest, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way at the time. But anyway, I'm not sure I'd want to go through all of that again. And I should mention that the stance on no joining if you don't have a level 60 is probably softened. And the reason is tied to the other reason that makes it hard to decide where to play and where to go next. And that is that our server population on Defias Pillager is really hurting, right? The economy is sort of shot and it's pretty hard to get groups, and it may be coming back a little bit recently, but it's nothing like Doomhowl or the other fresh HC servers. And one of the main reasons is that when what happens to me happens to others, right? You are completely dead and need to start over. You tend to go to one of the newer, more populated servers with a better economy and more groups and some good quality of life enhancements like dual spec and instant mail. So maybe I, start off there. However, the guild and the groups I really like playing with are all already established on Defias Pillager, and they want to stay. And another reason I would stay on Defias Pillager is that I'm already established there. Like, even with some modest donations that I made to the raid groups that I was a part of, I still have a couple thousand gold on Defias Pillager on bankers that I could use to restart anytime. But, I'd be on a mostly dead server. So that's the thing that has me debating where to play. It would be an easy decision if I didn't have or like the people that I played with on DP. But frankly, I'm already missing the guys and gals that I played with from my regular Thursday night raid and the 20-man raids that I would do periodically. They're just cool, fun people, and I would really like to be able to rejoin them. So I just have to regroup mentally and then get myself back on the horse. So that's a story of WoW hardcore for me for right now. And it brings me to the next chapter of not just me and WoW, but for this YouTube channel. So, this is the small silver lining of these hardcore deaths is that they force a reset. And for me, it's this perfect opportunity to reset and refocus this little YouTube channel that I've sort of let drift in the past couple of months when I've been all in on playing and raiding and farming gold. Now that I've been forced to take this step back, I'm hoping to get back to sort of this exploration stuff that I really enjoy. So my plan is to keep playing hardcore in some form because I just love it and I can't stop. But this channel is going to pivot a bit back to, I'll still do the gameplay stuff and the guides, but my focus will be returning to what's performed best on the channel in terms of views and comments. And that's the exploration or behind the scenes stuff, the WoW models and the maps and the stuff like the WoW Exposed series that I did, and probably some branching out into the early development stories that sort of shaped the game. So I got a few things planned already. I'm starting with a full flyover of the Eastern Kingdom, showing all the weird kind of broken terrain between the zones that players were never meant to see, sort of the side-by-side view with the real classic map. That'll be my next video, and I'm already working on it a little bit. So if any of that sounds interesting, and if you've watched me this far through all the up and downs, I really appreciate you. Genuinely, thank you. If you don't mind hitting the like or sub button and leaving a comment, all that really helps out. And see if I can grow this channel a little bit. Thank you for watching. It's back to Elwyn for me for a little bit, as they say, but I'll see you all soon. Cheers.